Hi. So this video sort of started off as one thing and then became another. I originally wanted to perform a kind of tech experiment just to see if I could fit a camera to my drone. In the end, it became a whole load of extra drama, so I'll play the original introduction now and you can sort of follow the story as it goes along. Okay, here you go. Hello everyone, David here. I'm trying a bit of an experiment today. I have my drone, which is the Mavic Pro, and I have a VR180 camera, which is the Vuze XR. I'm going to try attaching the two together to create some VR180 footage of what it's like to fly from a drone's point of view. Now, I have tried to attach various cameras to my drone in the past, and so far they've only met with spectacular failures. So today I'm hoping that this camera is light enough and also aerodynamic enough that the drone is still going to be able to fly. But honestly, I don't know yet, so let's find out. Okay, this is the part that I ordered off the internet to mount it. It's 3D printed and it's very lightweight. It has these clever little hooks at the front and two hooks at the back to attach to both the front air vent on the Mavic and these two little holes on either side. So it sort of attaches on there quite securely actually once it's all clipped in. And it came with this 1/4" screw as well, so I'll be able to mount my Vuze XR on it. It will be upside down, but it's easy to flip the video in post-processing. And I'm told the Mavic Pro can take a bit of extra weight, so hopefully it's enough. Okay, we're here in very snowy Kiev in Ukraine, and we're going to try flying the drone, and let's put it all together, and let's see how it fits together. So this is the attachment from earlier, and we're going to want to put it on this way round. Okay. So that's clipping on, and that feels quite nice and secure actually. And this is going to attach to this tripod screw here. Now obviously we want the VR180 camera pointing forwards, so I'm going to use this other nut here on the mounting bolt to adjust its distance so that it can point forwards. There we have it, it's sort of all bolted together. And all I really hope now is that the camera isn't going to fall off while the drone is in flight and instantly die, and that the drone isn't going to crash and also instantly die. So let's see what happens. So I thought I was going to have to disable these downfiring sensors, because usually if you have a camera mounted here it would block them, but it actually looks like the Vuze XR is long enough and thin enough that that isn't going to be a big problem. So I'm going to leave the downfiring sensors on for now and then see how it goes later. If it constantly thinks it's at 0 meters, I'm going to have to change it and turn them off. Either way, we are going to have to hand launch and hand catch it, which is a little scary with any drone, including the Mavic Pro. Okay, the moment of truth. Yes!
What's happening?
We've hit a tree.
No.
Okay, Sometimes these things happen when you're flying drones.
Yes! Yoo-hoo!
We have a very stuck drone. Yeah, I can't get it down. Do you know anyone with a ladder?
И привязывают веревку.
Ага.
И забрасывают. Она перекидывается, потом вверх и расчеткой.
Yeah!
Okay, so this has been a very expensive experiment because the drone and the new camera got stuck in a tree just over there, and we've been throwing snowballs and twigs and things at it for the last 45 minutes or so, and it's just refusing to come down. We've hit it a few times and like been shaking the branch, but it's stuck up there really well, so it might fall down in the middle of the night, and it might, I don't know, maybe we can come back tomorrow, but for now, I don't know, it's the end of the experiment. And this was the point where I realised I had launched an expensive drone and camera in the air in a way that they're not really supposed to be used. And there was a good chance I was not going to get either of them back. And to add insult to injury, I wasn't going to get any of the footage either, so I couldn't even see if my experiment had worked. But there was one hope. There was a fishing shop just around the corner, so we went there to go and buy some rope. I was making a video for YouTube, and I was flying my drone.
Це відео для YouTube він робив і літав дроном, і дрон застряг на дереві.
And that's when it got stuck in the tree.
Дякую.
Okay. Alright, so the drone recovery team are in place. Yeah, basically a couple of friendly Ukrainians who've decided to help out. We've gone to buy some rope and we've attached it to a bottle, and we're going to try and hook one of the branches and then just kind of shake on it until it falls down, is the plan. But this has gone on way longer than I'd expected or planned or hoped. Now I just hope we get the drone back in one piece. Or I'd settle for two pieces at this point. Yeah, so fingers crossed. So as you can hear, the drone came tumbling out of the tree. I managed to sort of half catch it on the way down, and I think I cushioned the blow before it hit the ground. My wife was screaming, my daughter was crying, and we were all very relieved. So amazingly, it's in one piece. I need to inspect it better in better light, but oh my god, we got it down, and I'm so happy. Well, we've come home and I've inspected some of the damage, but not all of it, and I haven't tested if things work yet. So come a little bit closer and I'll show you what the damage is to the drone. It looks like most of the propellers have been chipped one way or another, like the ends sort of sheared off. Yeah, every propeller has got some kind of damage to it. But amazingly, the drone is in one piece, and I was really worried one of these legs would come off or snap off, and they all seem still pretty sturdy, so I'm really happy with that. The mount itself has become a bit wedged in. I think I can get it out, so that's great. And this is still mostly okay. It's snapped off a tiny bit in the corner there, and the screw is now at a funny angle. Yeah, that's not good. But this bit was cheap. I don't mind this bit getting broken. Yeah, the drone, obviously the battery is flat, but it otherwise seems okay. So I've got a fresh battery here. Let's try turning it on. Okay, that's very promising. I think the drone will live again, but we won't know for sure until we try and fly it. Great. Okay. So that's the most expensive component that seems to be saved, which is wonderful news. The other part I was a bit worried about was the Vuze XR camera, and it's in one piece, and the hinge still works fine. When I first plugged it in, it didn't make any sound or light up at all, which worried me a bit because I thought I'd frozen it or something. But then eventually it did charge enough to show its own lights and stuff, so it came back to life. But I haven't tried turning this on again yet. But it does seem to turn on, so that's great. Okay. Wonderful. Well, that was obviously a pretty unfortunate flight, but this time we got lucky and we got all of our things back with only very minor damage. Hooray! Okay, that's wonderful. I almost don't believe how lucky I am that the drone has survived falling 10 meters from a tree. But that's great. I'm very happy, and it's kind of a testament to how rugged the DJi drones are. Okay, so there you go. In the end, I was just happy to get my drone back, but I think it was a successful experiment as well. The Mavic Pro took the extra weight of the Vuze XR, and although it impacted the aerodynamics a little bit, it was a little wobbly in the air, I managed to fly it without any problems, except of course for hitting the tree. I would like to say thank you to Valentin and Tiomka for giving up several hours of their time and working very hard to get my drone out of the tree. If you want to see the VR 180 footage in proper VR, I'll post that in a future video. It just needs some stabilization, and you can see how I will go about that. I've covered that in a previous video about stabilization in Mystica VR. Okay, I'll show you a bit more of the drone footage around Kyiv in Ukraine now, but that's it for now. If you found this video useful, please hit the like button, and you can help me out by subscribing to my channel as well. Okay, see you next time.